Brazil is the sort of country purveyors of consumer goods love. The country is the world's sixth biggest economy, bigger than Britain and with more than 3 times as many people. Unlike most Western economies, many of these people are earning more than they ever did. And while it may not quite rank so high as soccer, shopping is a national sport.
We are here in Rio Pequeno, favela in São Paulo. It is places like this that people are starting to have a little bit more money and to spend more on goods, from yogurts to lipsticks to perfumes. That in turn has brought the likes of Nestlé and Yakult to the streets of the favelas to sell their products door to door. Sales ladies push their carts through the rubbish-strewn streets, making maybe $200 in a morning.
Door-to-door selling of yogurts and crackers may look novel to some, but the channel has deep roots in Brazil. Direct sales are huge, accounting for nearly 1/3 of all sales of cosmetics, fragrances and toiletries. Several factors are behind this, but top of everyone's list is a cultural one: the Latin American preference for relationships, talking and taking advice from friends, rather than simply plucking products off a shelf. Yet Alfredo de la Savia, advisory services partner at Ernst & Young in São Paulo, reckons there are sufficient drivers to ensure direct sales remain a fixture for some time to come.
It's very sustainable because there is a huge middle growing class in Brazil, particularly in the north and northeast regions, that is entering into the formal labor market, and they have predictable salaries, access to credit, and they are start to consuming and growing.
Sales reps, Brazilian style, tend to differ from their equivalents elsewhere in the world. For one, exclusivity is cursory. Some operate out of small shops, where modest shelves of product are complemented with catalogues. More than half of them use commission to supplement income from other jobs. The strength of the model and its flexibility has encouraged other manufacturers to pile in. Nestlé, the world's biggest food company, counts micro-distributors as its customers. These third-party micro-distributors in turn rely on teams of sales ladies, they are nearly all female, to knock on doors and sell packages of Nestlé foodstuffs. The strategy appears to work. Doing the rounds in the densely populated favelas can earn a distributor comfortably more than the minimum wage. Customers, meantime, say that home shopping is useful when you're stuck at home with children or catching up on household chores.
Olha, eu tenho 5 filhos.
5 filhos?
4 meninos e 2 meninos.
E eles gostam de iogurte? Gostam? Então vamos.
But there are benefits for Nestlé too, as Jose Neto, Executive Manager for Sales, explains.
In our case, how the system operates. Nestlé sells to the distributor with a credit time to pay, so the distributor has some time to pay to Nestlé. The distributor sells to the sales lady, to the saleswoman, that also has some time to pay to the distributor, and the sales lady also gives credit to the final consumer, usually a 1 week or something like this. So the whole system works based on credit and much more on trust.
However, not everyone is convinced of the merits. Some warn that the growth in internet means that online sales will, over time, cannibalise those made directly. Still others note that the system has risks, such as that of default. Unilever is among those that, small trials apart, has opted out of door-to-door, as Fernando Fernandes, chairman of Unilever in Brazil, explains.
Well, door-to-door in Brazil is a very important channel, but we believe that our current system of working through normal retailing is the more efficient for us. We don't have plans at any time and enter into door-to-door. We reach nowadays 100% of the households in Brazil, and we reach them very, very efficiently.
His route may be different, but the end game, delivering millions of ice creams, lipsticks or drinks, is the same for everyone. Figuring out how to reach Brazilians with money in their pocket is, after all, a more inspiring prospect than persuading cash-strapped Western Europeans to part with their money. Louise Lucas, Financial Times, São Paulo.